Man, I really feel like editing again. But this time I think I'll do like a, like a montage, like a highlight reel. That sounds sounds pretty fun. Man, I wonder how long it's been since I uploaded anything to that YouTube channel. But it hasn't been like that long, right? What the f? Yeah, so I've been gone for a while. I'm sure all five of you that are still wondering where I went to are curious as to why I vanished. It's kind of a long story, but it's a combination of me wanting to learn more about editing and graphic design as an option for a career, as well as OB64. To be honest, OB64 effectively just completely broke my trust in high-res, and I went over to play Overwatch. Blasphemous, I know! Over time, as Paladins continued to make genuinely mind-blowingly terrible balance decisions, like nerfing Cauterize and making horribly designed characters like Rom, for example, and Yogg while we're at it. I don't know why they thought making a character that takes 1,000,000 damage was a good idea when they first made Rom, and then they were like, yo, let's make that character but even worse for Yogg. I don't know, man. Literally the game not functioning, literally just falling apart, held together with spit and duct tape. I did try and come back mid-2019 for Paladins, but despite the balance at the time being actually quite good, and most of the direction for the game seemed to be headed in a good place, the servers just really started to deteriorate, as well as matchmaking for ranked being almost entirely broken. At the time, you would get golds and diamonds in the same lobby. I mean, you still do now, but it's not quite as bad. So this was a big problem for me personally as a diamond player, as I wanted to play the game more and improve at ranked, but this either made it literally impossible or extremely unfun, because who won the game came down to who got the better RNG and had the least bot teammates on the least important roles. But I didn't just move to Overwatch, end of story, walk into the sunset either. Overwatch has a lot more polish and feels way crisper than Paladins, but the devs take forever to make new content and somehow manage to make almost as bad balance decisions. In fact, I'd say they're probably just as bad. Bro, who the fuck thought Brig was a good idea? Or Sigma? Or the fucking hamster shitlord? Or fucking Doom or Sombra? Holy shit. See, these are some of the worst design heroes I've ever seen. And I've lived through when Vivian and Dredge were good. But that wasn't its only problem. While I really like that roll Q was added along with most of the stuff they've done to speed up Q times, like Fast Pass, it doesn't change the fact that a massive amount of tanks are boosted and ranked and have been for a while now. And it only makes it worse that not only are tanks usually the deciding factor, there's so little of them that it wasn't uncommon for me, a diamond player, it's not like I'm GM or anything, to get a plat and a masters tank on the same team, and usually mine. Lastly, there's been literally no new substantial content at all for Overwatch since Echo release in April of last fucking year, which wasn't supposed to be a big deal because Overwatch 2 was gonna come out around late 2020 or at worst early 2021 according to most of the leaks. Yeah, so much for that. I'll be lucky if Overwatch 2 comes out before I have fucking grandkids. So eventually, like every other salty DPS player, I moved to Apex. But unlike most of them, I didn't swap to Valorant. Listen, I really tried, but that shit is fucking boring. Holding angles and having to clear every corner is the opposite of fun. Besides the fact that the gunplay mechanics feel like ass. I've played CSGO, and I don't like those mechanics either. But Valorant somehow manages to feel even more shit. But enough about what games I've been wasting my time on, because that doesn't really matter to anyone who's actually watching this. What I'm doing with the channel does. I'd originally been exclusively Paladins and made meme shit, but now I find that kind of boring to make. It's just the same jokes over and over again, and the same memes, And if you don't do that, you end up falling into this like hot meme of the month shit, and it just gets really stale and unfunny really fast. It can be fun every once in a while, but it's not something I would ever do consistently. Honestly, I don't have a specific plan for this channel anymore. I just kind of want to make whatever I want and put it up here because it's fun for me to make stuff. And it improves my skill at this. So I don't expect like any channel identity to anything I put here. And if you just got on this train for Paladins and this is where you get off, you know what? I get it. Good luck to you, man. Well, that's everything. Actually, there was one more thing. Like, you know in the intro how I was talking about making montage? I, like, did that before I made this one. So, like, instead of putting something out and promising, like, oh, hey, you know, I'll post it, like, in a week and it comes out a month, you know, I actually have it done this time. I'm not fucking kidding. I actually finished something. Okay, that's actually it. Bye.